Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another day of finding hope through faith. We're back into the Bible. Took a little respite from it, but we're back. We're in Leviticus towards the end of Leviticus, and we're starting to get into Numbers. That one's looks like it's next. But this whole chapter, this whole book of the Bible has been very, I don't know, interesting, I guess is the best word. But we're going to keep going. Let me go back a little bit and go forward. And then, yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's see how much darker it gets. Hopefully it doesn't stay this dark. So, cool. So last time we were together, we were talking about, or towards the end of it, we're talking about if a man... So basically like selling things, even people, and how the money calculated has to be, has to have a span of time as well, up into the Jubilee. So that's kind of where we're at. Okay, so if the one who consecrates the field should ever wish to redeem it, then he shall add 1/5 of the appraisal price to it, so it may return to him. If he does not redeem the field, but has sold it to another man, it may no longer be redeemed. When the field reverts in Jubilee, the field shall be holy to the Lord, like a field set apart. The priest shall possess it as his property. Or if a man consecrates to the Lord a field which he has bought, which is not part of the field of his ancestral property, then the priest shall calculate for him the amount of your valuation up to the year of Jubilee. And the man shall give that amount on the day as a holy thing to the Lord. Like that seems, and again, I talked about this last time, that seems kind of sketchy, man. It's like you're trusting, it's like you would hope the priests are good people, but obviously they're not in a lot of ways. And the fact that people are easily swayed with money, obviously, because this is how it is in our current life, in our current world, in society, in the U.S., this is how it is. It's like this seems like this whole entire last section was put in by people, and it's like a Cronenberg version of the Bible, if you will. Maybe very, controversial to say or whatever, but this is not this. I don't believe this is what I don't believe in my soul that this is what God would really want. To have things cost money. What does God need with money? What does he need with money? He doesn't. So he's talking about shekels and things to buy things, but why aren't more things just? This doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Every valuation of yours shall be in accordance with the sanctuary shekel. 20 gerahs shall make a shekel. However, the firstborn among animals, which as a firstborn belongs to the Lord, no matter how no man may consecrate, whether an ox or a sheep. If it is among the unclean animals, the owner may redeem in accordance with your valuation, and add 1/5 to it. Or if it is not redeemed, then it shall be sold in accordance with your valuation. If it among, but nothing that a man sets apart, that is, devotes as an offering to the Lord out of all that he has, or of man, or of animal, or of fields, or of his own property, shall be sold or redeemed. Anything devoted to destruction is most holy to the Lord. No one may have been set apart among men shall be ransomed from death. He shall most certainly be put to death. And all the tithe of the land, which is the 10th part. That makes sense. It's 10%, the 10th part. Whether the seed of the land or the fruit of the tree is the Lord's, it is the holy to the Lord. If a man wishes to redeem any part of his tithe, he shall add 1/5 to it. For every tithe of the herd or flock, whatever passes under the shepherd's staff, the 10th one shall be holy to the Lord. The man is not to be concerned whether the animal is good or bad, nor shall he exchange it. But if he does exchange it, then both it and the substitute shall become holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which the Lord commanded Moses on Mount Sinai for the children of Israel. Whew, okay. Now we're into Numbers. So hopefully this is going to be a better one. All right, the Lord spoke by special revelation to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in a tent of meeting on the first day of the second month in the second year after the Israelites came out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take a census of all the congregation of sons of Israel by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names, every male, head by head, from 20 years old upward, all in Israel who are able to go out to war. You and Aaron shall number them, army by army. That's another one of those. It's like, what does God have for war? Like, he can do whatever he wants. Obviously, if going back to one of the original books of the Bible, he was able to bring on great plagues and things. It's like, what does he need men to go to war for? Was this another part that was put in by people? Because if these are supposed to be accounts of this going on, it seems like war would be a people thing. It's like we always go to war for the same things. Usually it's money or oil, right? I don't know, man. And with you there shall be a man to assist you from each tribe, each being the head of his father's household. These then are the names of the men who shall stand with you from the tribe of Reuben. So basically it goes on to list all of the different tribes. So I'm going to skip that part. It's in Numbers. It is verse 1, and then I guess I'm not sure what it is, but from 6 to 15, you can read all this if you'd like. These men were the ones called from the congregation, the leaders of their fathers' ancestors' tribes. They were the heads of thousands, the high-ranking officers in Israel. So Moses and Aaron took these men who were destined by name, and assembled all the congregation on the first day of the second month, and they registered by ancestry in their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, head by head. Just as the Lord had commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. The sons of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, their generations by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war. Those of the tribe of Reuben were numbered 46,500. Of the sons of Simon, their descendants by their families, and his is 59,300. The tribe of Gad, 45,650. Judah, 74,600. And it's all the same. All who were able to go to war. I guess they're not going to war yet, but I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming. Issachar, I think that's how you say it. Issachar. Anyway, 54,400. Zebulun, 57,400. Joseph, the sons of dependents of Ephraim, their descendants by their families. So Ephraim, 40,500. And there's so many. There's so many. All who were numbered 600,550. 603,550. The Levites, however, were not numbered among them by their father's tribe. For the Lord had said to Moses, Only the tribe of Levi you shall not number, nor shall you take their census among the sons of Israel, since they are unavailable to go to war. But appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony, and over all of its furnishings and all the things that belong to it. They shall carry the tabernacle when traveling and all its furnishings, and they shall take care of it and camp around it. Interesting. When the tabernacle is to go forward, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be set up for camp, they'll do it too. But the layman who approaches the tabernacle shall be put to death. The layman, non-Levite. So you better not. Only these people can mess with it. I guess they were considered the most holy to be able to do that. The most trusted to be able to put up and take down the tabernacle. But the Levites shall camp around the tabernacle of testimony, so that there will be no wrath against the congregation of the Israelites. The Levites shall be in charge of the tabernacle of testimony. Ooh, good thing I looked. Sticky pages. Thus the sons of Israel did these things according to all the Lord had commanded Moses, so they did. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, The sons of Israel shall camp, each by his own standard, with the banners of their fathers' households. They shall camp around the tent of meeting, but at a distance. Those who camp on the east side towards the sunrise shall be of the standard of the camp of Judah, by their armies, and the sons of there's some in here that are going to be. I'm just going to skip over because the names are incredibly difficult to pronounce. So I'm going to try Nahshon. It was a son of a guy with the first initial of A, Aminubab, I guess. It's worth a shot anyway. They had a total of 74,600. Next to Judah, on the east side of the tribe, then the Issachar shall encamp. And Nathaniel shall lead the sons. And his army has 54,000. And then it goes on and so forth. On the south side. So basically it tells who can camp where, who's caring for this, right? Who could camp where and whatever their army size was. The total numbered men in the three tribes on the south side in the camp of Reuben was 151,450. That's a lot of people. Then a tent of meeting shall move out with the camp of the Levites in the middle of the other camps. Just as they camp, so shall they move out, every man in his place by their standards. On the west side shall be a standard of the camp of Ephraim by their armies. Okay, and they were 40,000. And then Manasseh, 32. And then Benjamin, 35. So they're 108,000. So basically they're just like, this seems like it's just numbers of people, which makes sense because it's just made numbers. So it's basically, so next to Dan was the tribe of Asher, which is 41,500. And then Naphtali, 53,000, so 157. Okay, here we go. I was moving past. Now these are the records of the generations of Aaron and Moses in the day when the Lord spoke by special revelation with Moses on Mount Sinai. These are the names of, okay, let's keep going. All right. Here we go. All right. So Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests in the presence and under the supervision of Aaron, their father. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near and present them before Aaron the priest, so that they may serve him. They shall carry out the duties for him and for the whole congregation before the tent of meeting, doing the service of the tabernacle. They shall also take care of all the furnishings and utensils of the tent of meeting, and attend to the duties of the Israelites, doing the service of the tabernacle. You shall give the Levites to Aaron and to his sons as servants and helpers. They are to be given wholly to him among the Israelites. So you shall appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall observe and attend to their priesthood. But the laymen The non-Levite who approaches the holy things shall be put to death. That's just fantastic. Again, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Behold, I have taken the Levites from among the sons of Israel instead of and as a substitute for every firstborn, that is, the first that opens the womb among the Israelites. So the Levites shall be mine. For all the firstborn are mine. On the day that I killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I consecrated myself all the firstborn in Israel, both man and animal. They shall be mine. I am the Lord. Ooh. Spicy. Then the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Mount Sinai, saying, Number the sons of Levi by their fathers' households, by their families' clans, you shall number every male from a month old and upward. So Moses numbered them, just as he was commanded by the Lord. Let's see if I skipped a page. Nope, did not. Yeah. These are the sons of Levi by their names: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. I'm going to say that. These are the names. Okay, so it's like it keeps going. 4 sons, 2 sons. Okay. Then we're going to... Okay, here we go. I'm going to skip to this part. All right, cool. Now the responsibilities of the sons of Gershom in the tent of meeting involved the tabernacle and the tent, its covering, and the curtain for the doorway to the tent of meeting, and the hangings of the courtyard, the curtain for the doorway of the courtyard, which is around the tabernacle, and the altar, its tent ropes, and all the service concerning them. Of Kohath were the families of the Amorites, the Israelites, the Urbanites, and the Uzalites. Sure. These are the families. Okay, so keeps going. All right. I'll pause it. Okay, so Moses numbered all the firstborn among the Israelites, just as the Lord had commanded him. And all the firstborn males from a month old and up, as numbered, were 22,273. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take the Levites for me, instead of all the firstborn amongst the sons of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle, and the Levites shall be mine. I am the Lord. For the ransom, redemption price, of the 273 of the firstborn of the Israelites who outnumbered the Levites, you shall take 5 shekels apiece per head. You shall take them in terms of the sanctuary shekel. And give the money, the ransom of those who outnumbered the Levites, to Aaron and to his sons. So Moses took the ransom from those who were in excess, beyond those ransomed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the Israelites, he took the money in terms of sanctuary shekel, which is 1,365 shekels. So it's just all numbers, which makes sense. It's just numbers of things and numbers of things that got sold. It seems like the setup for the story, like it's setting it up. And it's like all this is going to mean something as it goes through, I hope. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Take a census of the sons of Kohath and among the sons of Levi by their families' clans, from 30 years and upward, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do work in the tent of meeting. This is the work and responsibility of the sons of Kohath in the tent of meeting, the most holy things. When the camp prepares to move out, Aaron and his sons shall come into the sanctuary and take down the veil, screening off the Holy of Holies, and cover the ark of testimony with it. And they shall put on it a covering of porpoise skin, and shall spread over that cloth of pure blue, and shall insert the carrying poles of the ark. Over the table of the bread of presence they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put it on its plates. The dishes, the sacrificial bowls, the jars for drink offering, and the communal bread shall be on it. They shall spread over them a cloth of scarlet, and cover with it with a covering of porpoise skin, and they shall insert its carrying poles. They shall take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand for the light, along with the lamps, its wick cutters, its trays, and all the oil vessels by which is supplied. They shall put the lampstand and all its utensils in a covering of porpoise skin, and shall put it on the carrying bars. Goodness. Porpoise skin. I guess they murdered lots. I wonder how many they had to like, you know, unalive before they got the right one. Because you can't just use any porpoise skin, right? They want to make sure it was perfect. Lord knows, it's like, Lord, don't want to do anything. Everything has to be perfect. Could you imagine if it had like a blemish on it? He saw it. Imagine how angry he would be for just having something wrong. Imagine he would get, if he's giving you specific instructions, imagine the consequences for not following them are pretty severe. But it seems like it's firm but fair. It's like a dad, but can end things, end your life with the snap of his fingers. So not like a dad, but like a super dad God. Anyway, thanks for coming to see me, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.